It was just past sunrise when a man in a fake badge knocked on my ranch gate, then tried to tase one of my deputies in broad daylight. That was the moment I realized this wasn't just some HOA scam. It was a full-blown operation. And the worst part, they weren't just targeting land. They were rewriting people's lives. Name's Tom Walker. Well, folks around here call me Chief. I've been in law enforcement for over 3 decades. Retired, supposedly. I bought this spread of land out in Red Hollow for peace. Real, bone-deep kind of peace. Horses, rescue mutts, sunrises you can feel in your lungs. I built my place outside any HOA, and made damn sure of it when I signed the deed 15 years ago. But peace doesn't last forever, does it? It started small. My neighbor, Hank, a retired firefighter with 2 bad knees and a heart like cornbread, he got a weird letter in the mail. Said he owed HOA dues, which is funny, considering none of us are part of any HOA. Then Carol, a widow up the ridge, told me someone came to her door in uniform, flashing a badge and demanding back payments. She was shaking when she called me. I went over, checked her door cam. Sure enough, some joker in a polyester shirt and a plastic badge. Looked like he got dressed at a Halloween store. But what chilled me, he wasn't alone. He had someone whispering into his ear through a Bluetooth headset. I told Carol to stay alert. Then I started prepping. Motion sensors, gate cams, a remote lock system I could trigger from the tack room. I wasn't waiting to be the next target. I was baiting them. Saturday morning. Sky's clear. I'm feeding the dogs when I see him. Blue shirt, black boots, shiny badge. No cruiser, no partner. Just walking right up my gravel road like he owned it. Then he yells, "Ho, enforcement! You're in violation!" My horses spooked, my coffee spilled, and my hand went straight to the monitor. I watched him pace, fidgeting, clutching that overbuilt belt with the cuffs and baton like it actually meant something. I unlocked the gate. He stepped in 10 feet deep. Then I stepped out. "You picked the wrong ranch," I told him. He froze like a man who just realized he walked into a bear trap. His eyes flicked to my face, and when recognition hit, his knees almost buckled. "ID," I said, arms crossed. He didn't answer, just spun around, ran smack into Deputy Sanchez's patrol truck. We had him surrounded before he could blink. My team doesn't play, but when we searched him, that's when things got ugly. No real ID, just a file of HOA papers with seals printed on copy paper, a toy radio, and a badge that looked like it came from a mall's security catalog. Then Rachel, one of my best, found a map tucked in his waistband. It had red marks on a dozen properties, including mine, including Carol's. Words scrawled on the top. Target, non-compliant. This wasn't a one-off, this was a network, so I called in state support. While we were bagging evidence, I noticed a silver SUV parked down by the woods. I motioned to Jamal, my sharpest deputy. He nodded, started toward it, but the SUV peeled off in a cloud of gravel. They were watching us. Then my phone buzzed. It was Hank. "Tom, there's a man outside my barn. Same outfit, same badge. He's filming the solar panels." We moved fast. Jamal took the rear trail. I came in from the ridge, and sure enough, there he was. Bigger guy, same fake uniform, walking slow with a tablet in hand, taking notes, muttering into an earpiece like some government agent. I stepped out. "Step away from the barn, hands where I can see him." He laughed. "I'm just doing an inspection," he said. "Violation of Green Valley HOA policy. External structures above regulation height." "Green Valley doesn't exist in this county," I shot back. "You're trespassing. Identify yourself." Instead of backing off, the guy reached into his vest. Too fast. Rachel and I raised our weapons. "Don't!" I barked. "Hands out slow!" He pulled out a business card. "Call my supervisor," he sneered. Jamal cuffed him before the smirk even faded. And then we hit gold. In his bag, fake citations, IDs, digital files with forged homeowner signatures, entire bylaws that were completely made up, like they copied a real HOA document and twisted it into a weapon. That night we found something else. A red envelope taped to Carol's back door. No uniform this time. Just two masked figures caught on camera. The envelope read, "Comply or be condemned. Final warning." I didn't sleep. Next morning they came to us. A black SUV pulled up in front of our station with Green Valley Enforcement Unit slapped across the side in bold vinyl letters. 3 people stepped out, 2 men, 1 woman. They had a camera crew, a megaphone. One guy shouted, "We're here to issue a violation to the chief of police for non-compliance." I didn't even blink. But when he pulled out a taser and fired, aimed right at Rachel, that was it. She dodged. The taser sparked off the cruiser behind her. I tackled him. Jamal handled the others. In 2 minutes, all 3 were cuffed. And what we found next shook me to my core. Inside the woman's bag, Sierra, her name was, we found a tablet filled with live camera feeds. Dozens of homes, driveways, bedrooms, barns. They'd planted hidden cameras across the entire county. Turns out Sierra wasn't just a pawn. She helped create the whole scheme, a fake HOA enforcement unit called the Community Shield Program. Their plan? Issue fake citations, intimidate property owners, film everything, shame them online, and force compliance through fear. When I asked who was backing them, she gave me one name, Denton, Ray Denton, a real estate artist who vanished years ago after defrauding a different county with fake HOA fees. And he was back. That same day, Rachel intercepted a forged email. Looked official. Stamped with my name. Said I owed $38,000 in backdated dues. They'd even hacked into the county system to plant it. It wasn't a scam anymore. It was a digital coup. We traced Denton to a rally he organized at an abandoned mall, billed as a community compliance meeting. Looked more like a cult rally. I went undercover with Jamal and Brian. Denton stood on stage preaching about restoring order. Behind him, photos of our homes labeled non-compliant. I gave the signal. Doors flew open. Deputies flooded the room. FBI agents shouted commands. Chaos. I walked up and cuffed Denton myself. He smirked. "You're too late," he whispered. "The movement's already begun." But then, wham, one of his goons blindsided me with a baton. I woke up in the hospital. Concussion, cracked ribs. But the fight wasn't over. Rachel handed me a flash drive recovered from Denton's room. Hundreds of names, addresses, notes like widow, disabled vet, no lawyer. He was targeting the vulnerable, our people. And his next move? A civil lawsuit. Fake petitions, forged documents, aimed at suing the county courthouse. If it had gone through, he'd freeze land titles across half the region. We moved fast. Town hall meeting. Exposed every lie on that projector. State Attorney General showed up, announced arrests, froze all Denton's accounts. People cried. Some just stood silent. You could feel the fear break like glass in the room. But we weren't done. Trial day. Courthouse packed. Denton dragged in. No smugness this time. The judge didn't even let his lawyer speak, just stared at the evidence, then said, "This is not a civil dispute. This is a coordinated attack on property rights, public trust, and local government." Denton got 35 years, no parole for 20. When I stepped outside, folks clapped. But I didn't feel triumphant, not yet, because just then, Rachel walked over holding a paper. Another fake HOA, different name, just popped up in Arizona. Same scam. New faces, and I realized something real clear. They're multiplying. So, how do you stop a lie that wants to become law?